morning, boys and girls. We're going to go ahead and move to our phonics lessons today. So if you want to take out your purple seat word folder, you can pause the video or I'll wait for you. Okay, you ready? Okay. When you open up that purple seat word folder, the first page you're going to find is this chart right here. It looks just like this one, and this is our vowel chart, okay? So this week we're going to do it a little bit different. With our vowel chart and with our consonant chart, we've been saying the letter and the sound and the picture. Today we're going to just say the letter and the sound, but we're going to go ahead and sing our vowel song though too. Okay, so let's try that because y'all are getting older, so y'all don't have to say I says it as an inchworm, as in, okay? We're just going to say the letter and the sound today, okay? I, it. U, E, A, O, Okay, now let's sing our vowel song. You ready? I says it, U says E says A says O says I know my vowels. I, U, E, A, O. Okay, we're going to move right along to this chart right here. You remember that first week of virtual learning, we did this side, then we did this side. Last week we did both sides, and we did it with some motions that Miss Sheila just kind of made up, just so we can remember them, okay? But this time, we're just going to say T, okay? We're not going to say T says as in table, okay? We're not going to do the pictures today. We're just going to work on sounds, okay? Because I want you to be able to identify a T says not as in table, okay? Just T and the sound. Okay, you ready? Let's do this together. T, L, O, B, B. See what it looks like? Remember that B, that B belly's in the front, okay? N, M, Put your lips together. H, S, C, make a C with your hand like that. D, now this is a D. You remember the diaper, a baby wears a diaper, right? The diaper's in the back, so make sure that hump is in the back of the stick. D says D. G, G. Okay, flip over to your next chart. Okay, ready? These are the rest of our consonants. R, F, J, K, V, X, W, W, Y, Y, P, Z, Z. Put your teeth together, make a buzzing sound. Z. Q, Qu. All right, good job. All right, that's our charts for our phonics, okay? Now we're going to move over to our board. Okay, as you notice, Miss Sheila has 3 pictures right here. And this week, we're going to work on identifying a picture with the word. Okay, what word names the picture? So The first thing we have to do is we have to read the words so we know if that matches the picture, okay? Let's read this word right here. Let's work on our rules, okay? Let's look at this first word right here. How many vowels do you see in that word? Is this a vowel? No. Is this a vowel? Yes, and if you don't remember, look at your chart because we only have 5 vowels. So if you don't remember, look at your chart, okay? So we have 1 vowel in that word. And what's our rule? When there's only 1 vowel in a word, it usually says it's short sound and we mark it with the smile, okay? I'm going to underline our blend. So let's read that. A is going to say ah, ah. You ready? Let's read the blend. Ga and add a S. S. Remember? Ga, s, gas. Okay, let's look at this next word. How many vowels do you see in this word? Remember, if you don't remember what your vowels look like, always refer to your charts, okay? But you should kind of know by now because we only have 5 vowels. So we have 2. And what's our rule? When a word has 2 vowels, the first vowel says it's long sound and the second one is silent, so we slash it. Okay, so same blend. So this time the A is going to say its name. And what's his name? A. A says A. That's his name. So it's going to say A. It's going to have that long sound. Gate. Gate. Okay, so is this a picture of a gas or a gate? That's right. This is a gate. So I'm going to circle that word. And that word names this picture. Okay? Okay, let's do the next one. Let's look for our vowels. These kind of look alike, don't they? Yeah, they sure do. They might even rhyme. Okay, let's look for our vowels in the first word. We have 2 vowels. So what's our rule? When a word has 2 vowels, the first one says the long sound and the second one is silent, so we slash it. And we're going to go ahead and do this one too because that's the same word, almost the same word, same rule though, okay? When the first vowel, when there's 2 vowels in a word, the first one says the long sound and the second one is silent, so we slash it. The only thing different between these 2 words is that first consonant, huh? Okay, let's read. The I is going to say the long sound. I underlined your blends. Let's start with your blends first. 5, 5. High, hive. We see the E, but we don't say it. Remember, we slashed it. It's silent. So we have 5 and hive. 5, hive. You see how they sound the same? That's what we call rhyming words, but we'll get into that later. Okay, so is this a picture of a 5 or a hive? It's a 5. It's a 5, so I'm going to circle that one. So that word names this picture. Okay, this is a picture of a 5. Okay, our last one, we're going to come way up here. Okay, look at this word right here. How many vowels do you see in that first word? I see 1. Do you see 1? Okay. When a word has 1 vowel, it usually says it's short sound, and we mark it with a smile. Okay. I'm going to underline the blend. So that E is going to say short sound. You ready? Leg. 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 Good job. Next word. How many vowels do you see? Is L a vowel? No. Is E a vowel? Yes. A a vowel? Yes. F a vowel? No. F's a consonant. Okay, so we have 2 vowels. So what's our rule? When a word has 2 vowels, the first one says the long sound and the second one is silent, so we slash it. And remember, that second one does not have to be on the end. It could be anywhere in that word. We just slash the second, wherever it's at, okay? You ready? I'm going to underline my blend. Now let's read. E is going to say its name. It's going to say E. Leaf. 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 So we have leg and leaf. Is leaf. So we're going to circle that word. And that word names this picture. Okay, let's go over all of them again. This is a picture of a gate. This is a picture of 5. That's a 5. And this is a picture of a leaf. So every word I circle names that picture. Okay? So we're identifying the picture with the word. Okay? Okay. Now we're going to move on to these 2 sentences down here at the bottom. Okay? Now remember, a sentence, all we're doing is taking words. Okay? First we learned our letters, then we made a blend, and then we were able to read a word. That's what we did here. We read a word. Now we're going to take a bunch of words and we're going to form a sentence. Okay? And these are 2 sentences. And remember, a sentence begins with a what? Capital letter. And it always ends with some kind of punctuation mark. This one ends with a period. And a period tells us to stop. Okay, let's look at sentence 2. It always begins with a capital letter. And it always ends with some kind of punctuation mark. This time, this sentence is going to end with a question mark. And we're going to ask a question. Okay? So a sentence always begins with a capital letter, and it's going to end with some kind of punctuation mark. Okay? Let's start with sentence number 1. Now we're going to have to break it down. That means we're going to have to dissect this sentence. Okay? We're going to just break it down, read each word, look for sight words, and then we'll be able to pull it all together and read our word. Okay? Let's start right here. I'm going to underline my blend. Now, what do I see right here? That is called a double consonant. That means it's 2 of the same consonant that look alike, sound alike, but we just say it one time. We only say a double consonant one time. So when we get to this, we just say the F one time. Now, what is this? That's a sight word. That's right. So I'm going to make a little mark. That's a sight word. What is this? Another sight word. This is fun. I'm going to make a little mark. That's another sight word. And then I'm going to underline my blend here. All right. Now, how many vowels do you see here? 1. So we know the rule, right? We mark it with the smile. It's going to say the short sound. We mark it with a smile. Okay. This word right here, how many vowels do you see? If you see 1, we mark that vowel with a smile because it's going to say the short sound. Okay? Do we need to review that vowel? Okay. When a word has only 1 vowel, it usually says its short sound, and we mark it with a smile. Okay? Now, let's pull it all together and read our sentence. Okay? R. We only say this one time. R. Rough. Sight word is. Remember, it has the Z sound. The S says Z sound. Is. A says the U sound. Next word, it's going to say the short sound. So O says dog. 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 And we're going to stop. Okay. Now we read each word. Let's pull it all together and read our sentence. Rough is a dog. And we're going to stop. Very good. Okay. Sentence number 2. We already identified that it begins with a capital letter and it ends with a punctuation mark. So let's look at each word individually. Okay. I'm going to underline my blend. What do I see right here? It's the same thing we saw up here. It's a double consonant. That's 2 consonants that look just alike and they're going to sound alike. But we only say it one time. Double consonants. I'm going to underline my blend. Why does this word begin with a capital letter? Because it's not at the beginning of the sentence. It's in the middle. But why does it begin with a capital letter? Because that's right. It's somebody's name. It's somebody or something's name. So a name always begins with a capital letter, okay? So, here we go again. Double consonants. Remember, you don't have to necessarily sound it out if you've already sounded it out before. That's why you learn to identify, well, wait a minute, I read this before. That says rough, okay? If you've read it before, a lot of times maybe you can just skim through it and you don't have to break it down. But we will break it down today. Okay, double consonants we say one time. How many vowels does this one have? One. Okay, we mark it with a smile. This one had one. We mark it with a smile. Next word. I'm going to underline my blend. How many vowels does it have? I see two. Okay, remember the rule? When it has two vowels, the first one says the long sound, second one silent, so we slashed it. Okay, next word. What is that? That is a sight word. So we don't sound that out. I'm going to make a little mark like this. We just say it. It's a sight word. Next word. I'm going to underline my blend. How many vowels do you see there? Two. That's right. So the first one says the long one. Second one silent, so we slash it. And then we have a question mark. Now with a period, you stop and your voice tends to just go down to stop. With a question, it's going to go up a little bit because you're asking something, okay? So let's go to each word. Ready? Sentence number 2. Will. We just said that L one time. Will. And we already said this one, but we're going to do it. Rough. Ready? This says the long sound. Hide. Sight word, the. Bone. And we have our question mark. Now that we read each word, let's pull it all together and read our sentence. Will rough hide the bone? See how it went up a little bit in my sentence? Because I asked a question. Let's read that again. Will rough hide the bone? Will he hide the bone? I don't know. Will rough hide the bone? Do you see how I'm reading it? I'm going to each word because when we read in our little reader's book, we have our finger and we move to each word as we read it. Okay? So let's read sentence number 1 again together. Ready? Rough is a dog. And we're going to stop. Sentence number 2. Will rough hide the bone? Very good. Very good. Okay. Now we're going to come over to this part over here. And these are called blends. We're just going to read them. Okay? We're going to read our blends. You ready? No. Whack. La. Pit. Let's do that again. You ready? I'm just reading the blends together. That consonant and that vowel. I put it together and I'm just reading my blends. And then we're going to do something fun. You ready? No. Whack. La. Pit. Now, I am going to add a consonant to the end of that blend and we're going to form a word. Ready? I'm going to add a T. Let's read that word. Nut. Very good. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to add the consonant G. Let's read. Wag. Good job. I'm going to add consonant P to this one. Ready? Lap. Good job. And the last one. I'm going to add consonant. Which one is that one? N. N says You put your tongue at the top. Pin. Now that's not the pen you write with. That's like a little safety pin. Okay, that's not the kind that you write with though. Pin. Now let's read our words. You ready? Blend first. Nut. Wag. Lap. Pin. Very good. And they all have one vowel, so it's all the short sounds, okay? We just added that final consonant to make a word, okay? And y'all read really good today. Let's go over some blend letters that I picked some different ones this week. We're gonna go over together, okay? All right, I used your little marker boards again, okay? Made a blend ladder. This one is with Z. They all have Z, and then you have all your consonants. A, E, I, O, U, okay? Ready? Z, 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 za, 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 Z, Z, za, 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 Z, Z, za, za. I know my blends, and how about you? Okay? You want to do one more? Okay. Let's do, what consonant is this? Remember, on your chart, if you have that stick, if the belly is in the front, it's a B, because belly begins with B, okay? So this is a B. They all have B, and then you have your vowels. You ready? Ba, be, ba, 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 be, ba, 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 ba. I know my blends now. How about you? One more. Then this one's hard. I don't know. It might not be, because y'all are super smart. What letter is that? That is N. Remember, put your tongue at the top. This is N. You ready? Na, ne, na, 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 ne, na, 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 ne, na, na. I know my blends now. How about you? Now, you want to have some fun with it? Let's see how smart you are. Let's go backwards. Let's go up. You ready? We did na, ne, na, na. Now we gotta go from the bottom up. That's what's called a blend ladder. You know how you climb a ladder? You climb, or you go down a ladder? Okay, let's climb up. Ready? Na, na, ne, na, 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 ne, na, 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 ne, na. I know my blends, and how about you? Good job. This time, I'm gonna point to one, and you just tell me what it is. You ready? What is, watch my finger. What's this one? Na, very good. What's that one? Ne, very good. Let's do faster. Kick it into turbo speed. You ready? Shh. No. Shh. Ne. Shh. Now, good job. You can practice this at home if you want to get a little, you can even use a sheet of paper and write you up a blend letter. Start with A, E, I, O, U. Write your vowels and then pick a consonant. Pick any consonant, okay? And then except X. And then you can form your blend ladder and then practice. Practice going down the ladder and practice going up the ladder. And then you can work on your speed and your accuracy, okay? That was fun. Okay, this week we have 4 papers. You have 4 phonics papers, okay? Monday, you don't have any papers. Wednesday, you have 3 papers. You have a lot of work Wednesday, okay? But I know, easy cheesy, lemon squeezy, okay? You have 3 papers Wednesday, and you have 1 on Friday. So that's your 4 phonics papers, okay? So do your work, do your best. I'm so proud of you, okay? I'll see you later. Bye-bye. guys, we're going to go ahead and review our reading books, okay? Let's go ahead and look over our basic punctuation marks, okay? This one right here is called a period, and it tells us to stop, okay? This one is a question mark. It makes a little backward C, comes down, and has a little dot. That's a question mark, and we just ask a question. You remember, your voice tends to go up when you ask a question, just like we read in our sentence. Will Ruff hide the bone? Okay. This one right here, it's a line, straight down, and a dot. And that is an exclamation mark, and that shows a little bit of emotion. If you remember, back in your book, Gus from last week, and then Tess and Bess, Gus from the week before, and then Tess and Bess from last week, you got to see that mark right there. Did you show some emotion? I hope so, because that's fun. Okay, let's review Tess and Bess, and let's show some emotion when we get to it, okay? We're going to review this, and then we're going to talk about our book that you're supposed to read this week. This was last week. This was Tess and Bess, and they're pigs, and they're sisters. Let's see what those sisters are up to. Okay, remember, Tess and Bess is the title. It's the title of your book, and a title is just the name of your book, okay? We flip pages this way, and we're going to find page 3. Okay, we're not going to worry about our sight words and all this on this page. I'm just going to read with you, okay? All right, page number 3. Now remember, our page number is at the bottom in the corner, okay? We do our first sentence, and you use your finger, okay? Bess is a pig. And I stopped because there's a period, okay? I'm going to go to the next sentence. Tess is a pig. Next sentence. Bess is a big sis. Okay? And then I'm going to turn the page, and I'm going to go to 4. Remember, if you don't see number 4, you're probably on the wrong page, so make sure you keep your page numbers in order, okay? We did 3, now we're going to do 4. First sentence, use your finger. Bess has a mug. Okay, this is her mug right here. Next sentence, fill the mug. Next sentence, the pot is hot. Okay, page 5. First sentence, Tess has the cup. Next sentence, the bag is in the cup. Next sentence, mix it. And we turn this way. Now we already read page 5, so what page number are we looking for now? We're looking for 6, and there's 6 at the bottom in the corner. Okay, make sure, sometimes you might flip maybe more than one page, so if you don't see 6 at the bottom in the corner, then you know you flipped too many or not enough, okay? Okay, let's read. Sip the cup. And page 7, first sentence. Bess will get the jam. Next sentence. It is in the red pot. See, she's getting the jam. Okay, we just read page 7, so what comes next? Page 8. 8. Okay, do you see the 8 at the bottom in the corner? Now we're going to go up here and we're going to read up here. Bess got a bun. Next sentence. Tess has jam on the bun. I see something right here. What do you see? You see an exclamation mark. That's right. So we're going to show some emotion. But first, let's read the word so we can know what we're reading to show some emotion, okay? This word, let's read the blend first. Yup. Final consonant is an M. M says, mmm. Yup. Yum. Okay? She's eating that bun with that jam on it, and it's good. So she says, yum, yum. Okay? Let's back up and go back to sentence 2. So when we get here, we can just read it and show some emotion. Okay? Sentence number 2. Tess has jam on the bun. Yum, yum. Okay? All right. Page number 9. We're going to come down here. First sentence. Tess and Bess sat in the sun. Next sentence. Tess sat on the rock. I see a special sound right there. Okay, next page. I see all kind of things. This is fun. Page 10. Do you see page 10 at the bottom in the corner? Okay, first sentence. Bess sat on a log. Next sentence. The sun is hot. Page 11. Tess got a nap. Next sentence. Bess will pat Tess. And that is all of our book. Wasn't that fun? We followed those pig sisters and we found out all kind of stuff, huh? Okay, this week you're going to read Matt the Rat. This is my favorite book. And I'll tell you. You want me to tell you? Okay, I'm going to tell you. Matt the Rat, he's so funny. He finds all kind of stuff and he takes it and he stores it in his den. He's got a little hiding place and he takes all that stuff and he's just a pack rat. That's what he is. He's just a pack rat. So he finds all kind of stuff, and so this is going to be a really fun story. So I want you to read that, and then what you can do is if you want to call me and tell me about it, or if you want to text me and say, hey, Miss Sheila, I read my book and it was so fun, or whatever, okay? So we're going to be looking for sight words. I want you to look for double consonants. I want you to look for special sounds. Most of all, pay attention to those punctuation marks because that changes how you read your sentence, doesn't it? If it's a period, all you're going to do is kind of slow down to stop, like Mom does at a traffic light. Just slow down to stop. This, when you go up a little bit, when you read, your voice tends to go up a little bit because you ask a question. And then if you have this, show some emotion like Tess and Bess, yum, yum, okay? So look for all that stuff in there. I want you to do your best, okay? All right, so read Matt the Rat this week, okay? All right, bye-bye.